Hello, I'm going to be guiding you through the SailGate development process from design to deployment on an FPGA. First, let's go over our design. This file, which was written in SailGate, describes the circuit we'll be working with. I'm going to briefly walk you through what each part does so that you can get a better understanding of what SailGate is capable of as a hardware description language. This is the top-level entity. It describes our system's inputs, outputs, and behavior. Over here we have some helper entities that are used inside of the top-level entity. These include a 4-to-1 multiplexer, a 2-to-4 decoder, and a hex to 7 segment display decoder. The nice thing about these is that they're reusable and can be instantiated in a variety of different contexts. You'll also notice that these modules have a parameter named DOM. This is the clock domain, and SailGate uses this to statically check for metastability issues. For example, you'd get a semantic error if you tried referencing clock domain B inside of an if statement bound to clock domain A. So this is the behavior for our top-level entity. You'll see that we're instantiating our previously defined entities in the clock domain main DOM. Additionally, we're using these counters that are also bound to main DOM inside of our behavioral design. Now let's see what our design looks like in VHDL. I'm going to use the SailGate CLI to compile it. So here we have each of the entities we defined in our design. We have our top-level entity, as well as our other entities. Now you'll notice that SailGate takes care of the edge detection for us. This is because we defined main DOM as our clock domain. Here's our generated VHDL in Vivado. Now, let's synthesize it so we can deploy it to our FPGA. It looks like it was successful. Now it's time to deploy it onto our FPGA. Now here's our Basis 3 board. You'll see that the segmented display responds to which switches are flipped on and off. It displays the binary number in hexadecimal that is represented by which switches are on and which are off. So in summary, SailGate took our code and turned it into IR, and then it validated that IR and turned that IR into VHDL, which we synthesized with Vivado and deployed onto this Basis 3 board. There you have it, a SailGate design from drawing board to development board.